In this part, we are going to talk about attribute binding. That is quite similar to the property binding. But instead of setting the values of HTML property here, we are going to use standard HTML attributes, and that too dynamically. So let us go to our reference project and see attribute binding in action. First of all, let me add a horizontal separator here, save it, and then let's add an anchor tag. Click here, again save, and then to dynamically set the href attribute for this anchor tag, I'm going to use square brackets here like we used to do in property binding. And if you remember, in case of property binding, we used to put the property inside these square brackets, but since this is attribute binding that we are talking about, let me use attribute binding syntax, which is attr. This is short form for attribute, and then a dot, and then the attribute that we want to use, which in our case is href. Then let's give it a property. Let's call it external link. Obviously it is gonna give us an error because this property does not exist as of now. So let's copy this and go to our component file and declare the property here. Let's give it the value https www.google.com and save it. See, the error got removed from here as well. Now let's go to our browser and inspect on this element. Let's see. You will notice that the href attribute is set as google.com that we have set from our component file. This, and then let's click on this. And you can see that attribute binding worked as expected since we got redirect to google.com.